pretty centered up already. Excellent, guys. Welcome in. Hi there, it's Paint with Josh. Nice to see you again. You're looking fantastic. I'm going to take my paper towel, wipe off this excess clear, and tell you everything I've done up into this point. We have our 18 by 24 inch standard old pre-stretched primed canvas. It's lovely. And it came white. And so I took my Liquitex black gesso and I covered the entire canvas in a black gesso paint and then let it dry completely. Right? Once it was dry, and it came time to paint this scene, we took our Grumbacher's liquid clear. We put that liquid clear across the entire surface of the canvas and then just wiped off the excess. Now we're right back here where we should be. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go through our titanium white, midnight black, alizarin crimson, and our ultramarine blue from the Meaden brand. That's pretty much it. Maybe a little bit of our dioxazine purple. Maybe. Just a little bit. Little teeny tiny bit. So, very limited color palette. And what we're going to do is get that ultramarine blue from Meaden onto our brush and start dropping it in from the top section. Now, I would normally do this off stream, but people ask me all the time, how do you get the colors on the canvas? How do you get the canvas wet? How do you do everything, Josh? So in these less is more videos, literally every single step, L-E-S-S, literally every single step, right? So you guys got to start remembering it so I don't have to say it so often. Literally every single step videos, we show you literally every single step, right? From the undercolor to everything. We're going to put that blue down here too. Why not? We're going to be painting a gorgeous little wintry farm scene, sort of similar to the farm scenes that we've already done, right? We have a little bit of sky, not too much paint up here, right? Blue down there, and then we'll save our bottom for our brown. Maybe we'll have a little frozen muddy puddle out there in the day. You know what, actually? Let's do it right here. Let's do it with our blue. If we don't like what it looks like, we can always add our brown in later. Let's do it with our blue. Just throw some down here. Get it onto the canvas, spread it out nice and thin. Now, while I'm doing this, you guys are going to check in. Let me know where you're watching from out there in the world. I'm going to get a little bit of my dioxazine purple as well. Throw that up here in the top corner. We want this back side to be a little bit darker than our front side where our moon and everything is going to be over here. So, mush that paint around so it's nice and thin, and then check in. Tell me where you're watching from, guys. I love knowing where you guys are from, honestly. It makes my day more enjoyable, knowing that you're out there watching, right? I love all you guys. So, we're going to take all of that blue and purple paint and get it off of this big old 2-inch brush with our odorless mineral spirits. I don't know why I said that like they were out to play some music or something. But let's hear it for the odorless mineral spirits. And then nothing happened. So that's fine, right? It's all good. Now we're going to wash off our brush. So we dip it into the odorless mineral spirits. Then we shake it into a trash can. Then we beat the bejesus out of it into the bucket with the golf ball basket or wire rack. Or whatever you have down there. Something. A doweling in between the buckets. Something. Then we put the lid back on, so therefore it doesn't stink up the whole place, okay? So now, you guys just let me know where you're watching from out there. Check in. We got Oklahoma, San Francisco, Texas, East Coast, Paris at night, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Texas. Let's see. Encourage more viewers to share, guys. We got to share this live out there. Cleveland, North Carolina, Philly, Ontario, Massachusetts, Tucson, Wisconsin, Memphis, Colorado again, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky. Literally every place on earth you guys are watching from. And I just want to share with you one little stat. Just in the last month, just on the tube, we've had over 500,000 views. Not to mention on TikTok, we've had 1.4 million taps on the screen. You know how you guys tap on the screen? It sends the little hearts up the thing? We had 1.4 million taps on the screen just in the last month of streams alone, only on TikTok. So the more you guys tap on that little screen and send those hearts up the thing, the better we're going to do. Now that we have our blue paint out there, we're going to go just with our titanium white. Right up here on the 2-inch brush. We don't want to get too much. It's going to be really bright out there. Now we're going to decide, maybe our moonlight is casting from this area. We're going to start to make it darker by allowing it to blend in more and more and more out there in the day, right? The more it intermixes with those darker paints, the darker it will become, right? We're going to put our big old brush down. I'm going to dab it off on a paper towel because I feel like there's too much paint on my brush. And if I continue to move this paint and continually drop more paint on the canvas, that's not going to do me any good. It's just going to make my job harder over here. Yeah. Right, try some of that purple color back. Blend it together. How do you want it to look, you guys? Because it's totally up to you guys out there in the night. We're doing a nighttime painting tonight. Woo! It's fantastic. Now remember, the light does not have to reach all the way over. We're going to go about halfway down our canvas, right? Doesn't even have to be a perfect level horizon. Just about halfway down our canvas, just like so, you guys. Now, once we get up here, okay, after we start doing our little moon, our clouds and such, let's save this brush that has that bluey whitish paint on it. Let's save it, because we're going to make some grass with it in the distance, okay? But in the meantime, we're going to switch to our little fan brush. We're going to pull down just a little touch of paint on either side of that little fan brush. Get up over here. And by the way, again, one more little announcement. I want to thank you guys. All the Paint with Josh brushes are sold out. Sold out in the night. You can't get them anymore, which is amazing to me that all you guys went out there and got your Paint with Josh brushes. It really makes me happy. Now I'm going to over-mix all of this white paint right there. Over-mix it till it almost disappears. Okay, that's the goal. Because we're going to come out here with our little filbert brush. It's the one that looks like your fingertip. You can also use just your fingertip or the old filbert brush. Which one do you want to use, right? I'm going to pull it down on one side of the brush only. Just getting a little bit of paint. Now, the bigger the brush, and the more paint that you have on the brush, the bigger your moon is going to be. We're going to aim right for the center of that bright spot. Push it flat, like you're giving it a high five. The brush is doing push-ups now, right? Now, we're going to stabilize with our left hand, twisting to the left with our right hand, and trying not to move that center of the brush from that spot out there. And if you can spin it just once or twice, boom, get yourself a little moon out there in the night. There should be a drinking game on how many times, like every time Josh says in the night, you have to take a drink, whatever you have, okay? Whatever you've got in front of you, just whenever I go in the night, you have to, by Paint with Josh law, take a little shipper, right? Now we're gonna come out here, or whatever you do, we're gonna come out here with a little bit of that extra white paint, right? And we're gonna leave it on here a little heavier this time. A little heavier, we're not gonna mix it out so much out there, right? Because the more that we mix it and smoosh it, then the less bright it's going to be. It's going to constantly be mixing in with that bluish whitish paint, and the more that we mix this white, the more it will disappear, just like our moonlight sort of did, right? So we can determine how big, how bright, how far, right? Less pressure up here on the top, more pressure back here to pull them away, make them extend to get less and less and less as you're going out there, right? Gorgeous, you guys. I painted a very similar sky to this one in the seascape I did earlier today. Now you guys know me. I paint 98% of everything live on camera. This is the one that I didn't paint live on camera, okay? So if you want to see it, if somebody grabs it, because it's on the homepage, right? All you gotta do is go find it. It's right there, it's right beneath this guy, which is right in the front, right? So all you gotta do is scroll down a little bit. A couple little plops of little clouds out there. And if you want to see it, somebody's gonna grab it during the live show, and I'll show it to you all. If not, you can go check it out on my website. It's there. You'll be able to find it. The more you mix, right, the more it's all gonna look the same. Let's leave a little disconnection in there too. A little disconnect. The more we push on this guy, the further out it's going to grow, the darker it shall become. But I really want it to get soft. Get out there like that. Push on it harder. It's the opposite, right? Normally you push on it and push on it harder to get soft. Normally you push on it soft to get, well, you already know. So, very neat little sky out there in the night, you guys. That's another one, whatever it is, whether it be a little, a straw or whatever you got out there, right? You got to do it every time I say in the night. Oh, so I'm sorry, I said it again. I said it again, I'm sorry. Now remember, if you're watching over on the tubes over there, give me a thumbs up. That's all we need to do, right? The more thumbs ups we have, the more people will come in and watch. You'll be able to check this number, right? It's up here somewhere. And it'll show you the amount of people that are coming in to watch, and it's going to grow the more times you guys hit that like button out there, right? So we're gonna tap on to our big old 2-inch brush, right? Doesn't even matter. Out here, we're gonna start laying in a bit of our frozen old grass out there, right? Now, the heavier that I tap it, the brighter it is. The less that I touch it, right, the softer it'll be. We're gonna start working it down this way and start working ourselves back and lower and lower and lower on this side, just literally tapping it, letting the color fade away, right? I don't want to see every single little piece of grass out there in the day, right? I didn't say night, so you didn't have to do it. But I don't want to see every single detail, which is why we tap over it multiple times. Okay, and then we're going to start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, at least on this left-hand side. So we start chapping it down, filling it in. Not everywhere has to all be the same. And we're literally moving over like a ½ inch each time. Right? Each little tippy-tappy is another little ½ inch movement across our whole thing. The more we do it, the more it will soften. And we won't be able to tell, right? Then we can get up in here and just grab it just a little bit, especially off in the distance. Drag that sucker. Now it's very soft back there. Getting a little bit more detail down here. We can see some more things up here, right? Can't see so many things way back there, you guys. That's the whole fun of it. Now, we're going to be using as well, like I said, the Paint with Josh brush kit, the most amazing brush kit you've ever seen. They are sold out. You can no longer get them anymore. But the more of you guys that go over and tell them you want more, right, the better chance we're going to have of getting another kit out of them. So, wicked cool, guys. Wicked cool. Now, we know we're going to have some of our background stuff and things, but let's put in our little foreground bit of grass first, okay? And then all we have to do is not meet both these colors, because again, they're the same amount of color. We didn't add any new paint. We're just using what's dropping off there. Right? Tap it down, come up, tap it down, get a little bit sharper. Boom, 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 right? Filling it in. Now we got this little dip down. Where does it come up? Does it come up and connect in your mind? Or does it stay way down there in the darkness? Right? Come up here. Over there. The more we're tapping on it, the less paint that we have, right? Because we only had a little bit. We used it all out there. This is just the residual stuff that's left. And it's going over that bluey paint as well. So, the more you have on the brush, the brighter it shall be. We just went with 2 little swipes on the brush. Just 2 little swipes. And already it's so much brighter in that region. Turn it over. Again, continue that little bit of brightness. Not trying to get everything. Here, you can get as close as you want as your little dark separator, right? With this little field, and it dips down. Now, how are we going to connect it? Do we want to get all the way up and cover over that dark separation? Right? Where you have this little thing. Do you want to have a little lip? It's up to you. Literally, every time it's up to you. And we're just using the last bits of paint that we can actually get to pop off of this little guy. Rolling down and down. The more that we tap at it, the more indistinct it shall become, literally. How easy do you want to start creating perspective just with a big old monstrous 2-inch brush, and that's it? We've used nothing else besides this humongous brush out here in the night, right? And it's all up to us. Do we have a little roadway down here or a muddy little dirt road? Do we have grass that comes all the way down to our dirt road? Is there going to be a little bush over here? What do you feel like there should be in your scene? Because it's totally up to you, right? Now let's say our moonlit night. Let's get a little bit brighter down here. There, a little brighter. Up to me. I'm not going to let them go up and connect because there has to be a little bit of shadow back there. But the more little places of brightness that I can leave, right? Just little taps, not trying to touch it too hard. Right? Don't just stay in one space. Leave some shadows, leave some dark. Some darkness. Gotta leave the darkness. Remember, if you're watching over on the tube, give me a little thumbs up. If you're watching on the tiki-talkie, make sure you're tapping. And then we're gonna be all set-a-rooski, you guys. Oh, look at the moonlight just coming down and blasting upon the grass. It's so funny. It was like, when you steal Bob's sound effects. I'm like, he was stealing what the brush sounded like on the canvas. It goes, it's the same sound, right? It's not like it was original over there. Gorgeous. Oh, I love it. See how our shadow's getting bigger, deeper over here? Now let's start putting in some background back there. You can literally call this one almost done, right? If you put in just a little bit right here, a little bit of our roadway, just again, using the same brush, the same amount of white paint that was on the brush to begin with. All of a sudden, you got a little road down there, right? Just driving by our old little snowy farm. Maybe we'll put a big old fence right up here in the front. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like we'd be looking through a fence when we're looking out at this guy. So, let's mix up some of our plaque mixture, you guys, with our Paint with Josh palette tool. The sharpest palette tool known to mankind. We're going to take a little bit of our blue and black and crimson, right, since we're only using those 3 colors plus our white plus our purple over here. We're gonna take our blue and black and crimson, and we're gonna get out here in the day. In order to make something look far away, I'm gonna use the Paint with Josh filbert brush. It's a very brand new one, right? I'm not using the old one. I'm using a brand new one, so it stays very sharp, very nice. And then way out here, right? You could even call this a little farmhouse or something. You could call it a little bushel of trees. You could call it, well, now it's gonna look like a bushel of trees because we got bigger, right? But just a far away something, very small, very much on the horizon of our little guy. It doesn't have to go too much further this way, right? We're gonna have a whole big bunch of trees and all that such over here in our front. So once you grab the smallest bit, and you can see we've come down a little bit into our white grassy area. I'm gonna come back along there and just kind of tap at that gray until he's right back on the horizon again. Okay? We're pushing him very far away bushel of trees. Now as we get closer, things are going to get bigger for us, right? So we're gonna get a little bit more of that black paint or plaque paint onto our filbert brush. Again, it's still very sharp, right? Almost like a fan brush. It's gorgeous, this brush. A little finger painting like always. Now, in order to make something look bigger, you need to be slightly taller than these guys and then sit slightly lower. So what if we had just a little old pine tree out there in the day? The more we push into it, the more it comes down. Right? Again, making a very far away, indistinct, little teeny tiny, and then we'll come back in here, tapping it away, leaving it a little bit closer than its friend back there, right? So we're kind of little closer. Not too much. I want to sit just down in that white section, okay? And then we're gonna tap right up underneath him a couple times. There we go. So we have this one way back on his horizon. This one's literally 1/4 inch, not even as big as my finger, down into the grass. Just a little touch, okay? Now we'll come off of this guy. I'm gonna grab up a little bit of our plaque mix again on our filbert brush. Let's again make a bigger bushel, something weird. Like literally turn the brush back and forth, pop it over here, pop it over there. Just make it sit down on the grass in front of that tree. See how he's again slightly lower? So we're just stepping down, stepping down, stepping down, stepping down. Step in time, a step in time. All we gotta do, put in something weird. It's literally all I did. Just a little weird little tap. Right? And that way, when we come in again and kind of tap underneath this guy, and soften it outwards. A little bit of detail, then we got our tree, maybe it's a little hump in the grass, or whatever it is, and we got our further away trees back there, all up to us and what we want it to be, guys, honestly. How do you want it looking out there? Because it's gonna be exactly what you want. Put a little bit more of that brightness right up here on the edge. Our little moonlight casting down. Oh, it's fantastic. Look at this one, you guys. Already, I'm assuming some light would be back here as well. Fabulous, right? Quite honestly, fabulous. If it gets too big, tap at it again. And we want it to dissipate, go away, be softer out there in the night. Very cool. Now, let's switch to our fan brush over here. These guys are a little bit bigger. We're gonna switch to our little fan brush, and we're gonna start making some bigger trees up here in the day. You guys are awesome. Literally fantastic, man. Boom, ba-boom. Ba-boom, boom, ba-boom. Man, you guys are looking good. So remember, even though I don't ask you, keep checking in. Tell me where you're from. Chat to your friends, you know what I mean? Send the little gifts if you're on TikTok, if you can. I'd love you for it. We're gonna come over here being a little bit taller. We're gonna tap down again. A bit closer, okay? Meaning, maybe let's make a bigger trunk. Boom, right there at the base. Now, I don't need to make this guy supremely thick or his branches too big or whatever, right? Pop him down like that. Little old guy, right? If his trunk is sitting way down here at the front of our light section, and all these other little guys are at different levels, different steps up on the way back to the horizon, which is only about 1 inch big, right? So it's very small changes, very small differences on the way back there. That's fabulous, you guys. Now let's do one more little tree over there. Just one more. One more, maybe he's a little bigger. Boom, right there. Tap down. Now you're only really tapping this guy down as a guideline to follow. It doesn't have to be supremely thick or whatever, right? It's just a little guideline of a trunk that we can follow down. The more we go down, the more we push. Pop, 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 pop. Get our little guy back in here, pop him out to the side, a couple little branches over there and here and there and here and where. Doesn't have to be the most symmetrical thing because you don't want that. A little bit more of our taps. Boom, 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 boom. Right. Kind of seal it into his grass back there so he's not out there floating. That's pretty cool so far. Now, what if we start coming in here? We're going to get a very small amount of our Paint with Josh plaque mix. And we want to miss some areas. So why don't we pop one in right there? Little old guy. Little old fence post in the day. Get a little bit bigger, a little bit further away as they start coming towards us, right? We're changing our perspective now from going back here to now we're cutting down at a different angle, very much like when we do our seascapes, right? You would have that difference in the angle change. Our little triangle coming down, now our triangle's going down this way. Do you see how that can help you with your perspective, you guys? Well, a little bit taller, sit down a little bit lower. Man, that's a cool looking fence. If you ever done did ask me one. Okay, I'm gonna get the smallest amount and not have a real crazy angle because this is just a little wire fence out there. It's not supposed to be super crazily thick. Right, it's just one little single drag with our blade and having just the right amount of paint on it to have that very small little bit of barbed wire off there in the night. Oh, I just said it again. You gotta take a drink. Right, let's do two. Let's do two. Let's do another one right underneath. Bang. All right, change our angle a little bit. Bang. We can do whatever we want. Just try not to make them too stinking big. And they get closer and closer and closer together as they go away. That's pretty cool, you guys. That's pretty stinking neat. Did this side. We came up on our angle a slight bit. On this angle a slight bit. It's like that. All of a sudden our fence is turning now and going a different direction. Same thing over there. No schweik. No schweik. I'm not worried about these guys over on the side because you don't need to make your fence turn. We're gonna lose it to all of our trees up here in front. But just to show you that you could do it. Now what if I got the smallest little touch of white and on some of these guys? There we go. There we go. There it is. Just these guys that are close. We're just gonna tap at it just so we have a little bit of highlight on our fence post. Don't need to cover it all. If you cover it all, it's gonna be lost forever. You will never, ever, ever be able to get it back. Okay, now underneath this guy, I'm just gonna tap on. So we can seal these little guys into the grass so they don't look like they're floating out there. There. Gorgeous. That little dip, our little drop down, whatever it is, we can come out a little bit farther of that brighter grass right there. Just as long as we have that shadow underneath. Gotta have that shadow underneath it to help make it look like it's falling down, or at least we're going down this other direction. Very, very cute, guys. Cute. Come back in underneath with this guy. Just kind of helping our dark separator come back a little bit, right? Just by tapping it in with the fan brush and then going back over it. Tapping it in. And all we're doing is just letting it work. Letting it work itself in together, man. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, now let's do a couple big trees over here, and then I'm gonna let you guys decide what we're gonna do down along the bottom. Whether we're gonna do a fence right here in the front, right, which we're gonna have to miss, at least space them properly. Maybe we just put a couple bushes up there, but we're gonna find out. We've got a lot of our dark mixed up. We're gonna need a little bit more. So we're gonna take our black, our crimson, our blue, throw them down here. And remember, if you grab this pin during the live show, you get to spin the spinny winning wheel of spinniness, which is everyone's favorite wheel, the spinny winny wheel. Now, we're gonna come up here with our older Paint with Josh bush brush, the one that's been mushed and flattened and filled up with gunky paint, because it's a more of a natural shape. What we're gonna do is tap into this plaque, and let's get out here, and let's decide up into the night, start popping out little things. Just that little old blob of a tree out here, right? Pulling it down, getting it darker. Instantly, it's gonna make it look like it's right up here into the foreground. Behind it, another little tree shape, filling in all the dark. So I told you we don't really care about the fence on that side. You didn't have to make it go around because we're only focusing on this guy right here in the front. All right, so you fill all that in, drop it down, big old monstrous old things in the day. Right? Pull them back. Get all that stuff back in there. Then we're going to take our fan brush. We're going to come in here. Wiggle down just a little old trunk. There's another guy. There's another little guy. Maybe we got another little guy back here, right? Little old trunks out there of our trees. And again, I'm going to tap at the base of those so they look like they're kind of seated into the grass. Back over there. Take these guys, going down at that different angle, and make them look like they're back here in the night. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, now let's throw just a little touch of highlight on those guys. We don't want to see a whole lot. Remember, not everything out there needs a highlight. It doesn't always need to be seen as much as you want it to be seen. Okay. Now let's take a little bit of our liquid white. We're going to go into our Cadmium white. And so we're going to tap it on, and out here, of course, we might have a couple little bits on the top. We're not going to really see a whole lot of that paint, just very lightly kind of tapping onto it. So you get a couple little things out there. Not every place is going to be so bright. It's not going to shine through everywhere. Okay, so a couple little things, catching their light, making sure we've got a little bit of darkness in between them. So not everything is all the same, right? If everything's all the same, then you've hosed it all. Yes. Fabulous now. These guys are down, 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 wherever we want them to be, guys. Okay. Gorgeous. Remember, do not cover up too much. You cover up too much, you're really not going to like it. I'm just telling you from experience. This will be the 2088th, I think, 2088th painting that we've ever done in our lives. Very cool. I like this one already, you guys. Okay, let's get working on our bottom section down here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put in just a little old muddy puddle out there. Right? If we're going to throw a muddy puddle out there, that means we're going to take our titanium white and our liquid white and mix them up real good, like a 90-10 mix, like we always do, right? Maybe out here, we're going to scrape in one little spot. Don't want to put too much paint. Don't want to put too much of anything, right? You're looking at it going, Josh, that looks like a river floating by, which would have been a cool idea, right? But no. Come in here very lightly, pull down. So light, so light, so light. Okay, we don't want it to get too big. We want it to grow too far. Pull on it to the side very lightly again. And instantly, it looks like a little muddy puddle, my friends. Before we mix it, we're gonna go away. Now, we gotta go back and seal that little guy in. And what we're gonna do in order to do that, right, since this is a snowy old scene, pop a little bit of our titanium white around the edges, put it up along the top over there. Not everything's gonna be shown, right? And the more that we brush this guy out, the more it'll look like a little muddy puddle that's sitting back in there, right? So, we're going to take these guys, we're going to brush them, brush them, brush them. All the heavy parts, we're just kind of brushing away, turning ourselves into just a little puddle back there. Right? Now, we can do that numerous times. You can make a bigger one right over here. You can have it looking however you want it to look, my friends. Just don't try to make them all straight. If you make them all like level, it's weird. It just never looks cool. Pull them down like that, swiping over, real good. Real sturdily swiped. And then you can go back in and put something back here. A couple of swipes come cut through our little muddy puddle right there. It comes up over there, right? Again, wherever we want it to be, we can have it be. Straighten it around over here, over there, and again, just pull these guys that are to the side that aren't part of our road, or aren't part of our puddles anyway. Pull to the side. Really cool. Bit of muddy puddle things. Frozen little muddy puddles out there. Just frozen old little things. Now what if another little dude? And what we can really do is, if we don't like how this looks, right, just go back and add our snow over the top of it. Always trying out new things, guys. What do we want it to look like? Well, let's see. How does it look to us when we do it? Well, let's see. And then we'll be able to tell what it is. Kind of like it. You might look at it thinking it might be water though. Right? So, either way, cool idea. Works on the mud. It doesn't really work on the snowy river, or the snowy roads anyway. I like that, guys. Okay, let's take now, just because we've got all that brightness, let's take some of our black. start throwing out little scrapes of dark. Things here and there, just because I don't like all of that brightness on its own, right? I would figure a little snowy, muddy roadway might have some bits of shadows or something out there. That's kind of cool. I can still kind of see that puddle. Should we try to make that puddle come back? It was like right here. Our little old puddle friend that was right there. If we can seal him in. There. Get that little bit of darkness around him now. That's not bad. That's not bad, right? It's all about having that dark space. We're gonna put some snow around that guy. Right, so get our dark, kind of muddy area. That's cool. That's cool. Now let's go to a bigger brush. Let's see what we can do with this big old brush, right? We're gonna come back, slide it away. There. There. Right? Keeping our one little spot. Kind of reflect. There it is. There it is, guys. Told you, all you gotta do, man, is just keep trying stuff until it works, or until it works for you. Just a little hole in the ice. This thing's got a nice little ice hole on it. I'm telling you, it's right there. That is a little frozen over ice hole, which is where you would go fishing normally. Right? Did he say that? Did he really? No way. This is Paper Josh we're talking about. No way he said that. Dude, that's what it is. It's a little icy hole. It's probably frozen over here in the wintertime. Right? Yeah, I like it. I like it. So, you guys out there, right? You come up with a title for this painting. Tell me what you think it might be called. And we'll see what happens out there, man. I like Ice Hole. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool title, though, for real. Like, it's, you know, it's nothing more than a title suggestion out there. But, man, oh, look at that little bit of darkness around the edge, right, with the small side of the blade. And on top of, and then underneath, crisscrossing. That's, I mean, it's a cute little hole right there. Which is, again, not something I would normally say. See, now it's a little bit too dark right there, so we gotta get rid of that spot that's too dark. There we go. Guys. There. Yeah. Really make it bright down here, man. Oh my God, didn't that just make it so much better? Look at that. Just gotta put enough paint on there, right? I don't want it to be too terribly bright in here, so we're not going to push as hard. I'm going to push harder down there, pulling, sliding it over. Dudes, I like that. That is a painting. Did you know that is a painting right there? If you didn't know what we were doing, we're painting. That's a painting right there. Little old ice hole. Okay, you guys got to come up with a title for this one, and hot dang if that don't look just freaking rad. Just don't look rad. I see someone that says tire tracks. You want to see how you would do that? At least how I would do it. A little bit of my fan brush. Not trying to make it too noticeable, right? And if it is too dark or too noticeable, then we can go and take them down. Very cool. In fact, somebody was right and then fell in because they didn't continue along the other side. All right, over there. Perfection, you guys. I like it. He didn't even try to swerve to miss the ice hole. He was just like, screw it, going right in there. Oh, Jesus. You guys are crazy. You guys are friggin' nuts. It's a masterpiece. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really came out cool. Really cool. But I'm feeling like we aren't in enough trouble yet. So let's get over here. We're going to a little bit more of our black, a little bit more crimson, a little bit more blue. We're going to mix them up. Let's throw some bushies or something down in here around the front, right? I mean, it's gorgeous like that. Let's throw a couple little bushies. A couple little doers up here, kind of on the edge. Right? Maybe we had one little guy right up there. Bang. Right there. Right down onto the roadway almost, right? And what we can do, if you get any paint down there, swipe it down, swipe it over, and get that little reflection of our or the shadow anyway, of our bush back there. Yeah, bushes and ice holes over here, you guys. Oh man, oh, freaking, that's it. Canceled, that's it. Over here, over there. Fabulous, guys. Seriously, they don't need to be everywhere. Perfection. This guy, let's bring a little bit closer down. Right in there, right in there. Right in there, guys, right in there. Do you feel me? Do you see? We'll get a little touch of this liquid white and our titanium white. Come back again, very light. Little things. We're not trying to light up everything, right? It's not going to get all the way down to the bottom. It's really only going to be seen along the top. So if anything, don't put too much down around the bottom, Josh. Like I just said, do as I say, not as I do. Back over here. Little bits, little poppers, little doohickeys over there, little doofers in the day. And put some of my blue shadowing underneath, right? Just a slight little amount of blue shadowing. It's back in here. Helps us see the rest in a different color, so it's not so bright. Look at that, guys! Fan-frickin-tastic. Here we go. There, right there. Oh, dudes and dudettes. I would really like to thank you guys for being here to watch this one come together, honestly. Because this one has been rad. Literal radness. Okay. If you guys haven't grabbed this one yet, you are crazy, because I'm going to pull it from the store. Big old 18 by 24 inch, man. And you guys haven't gotten it yet? An old fish bucket. I like that. I like that. Right? If you just drive another 10 feet up this way, that's where the worms sign is, where you have to turn down this farm, go get your worms, and then you go fishing. You can come right back out to their ice hole and go fishing. Oh my God. That is fan-frickin-tastic, dude. I like it already. Woo! So, you guys come up with a title, start hitting me with your titles and type it in a lot, because I can't just sit back there and read every one, right? I gotta come back every so often and check. So we're gonna wash off the brushes. You guys start piping in the old chitles out there. The old chidlers. This guy weirder. There, just weirder out there in the night. Well, I said it again. You got to take another hit or another swig off the old Dr. Pepper. Okay, we're in a good mood tonight, you guys. Seriously. Plus, I really want to show you guys first a light party on this one. If it finds a new home, this one's gonna have a wicked awesome light party. Secondly, that seascape that I did yesterday. Well, excuse me, not yesterday. Earlier today, I want to show it to you because it's available. It's ready for you. It's waiting for you guys out there in the day. Pop in, you know what? There's a couple little bits of, yes, little doers. A little something at the base, little fairy lights, a little something out there at the base. I'm going to tap over it to make it even more indistinct. I just wanted something out there to kind of seal the bottom of our trees in. Maybe it's a bit of mist. A bit of fog rolling in, rolling out of the farm. Very spooky now. Woo! I like it. Okay, so you guys come up with a title, right? What are we gonna call this old little fella? Your little fella out there in the spooky trees. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna wash off this brush. You guys come up with a title. Remember, if you grab it during the live show by going to my place, paintwithjosh.com, right? Then you're gonna head over there and grab this very first painting that you see. That'll be this one, right? The other one is right below that, the one I really want to show you guys, because this one, literally the best seascape I've ever painted, right there. It's on the wall. It's right there waiting. It's screaming for you guys to get it so you can see what it looks like. It's gorgeous. Honestly, I paint a lot of seascapes, right? I know that. I paint lots of ocean scenes because I love the ocean. And out of all the ocean scenes that I have ever done, that one is the best one, by far. Literally, by far, the best seascape painting I have ever done in my life. Like, this is probably one of the most fabulous winter scenes I've ever done in mankind's existence. So, if you want to see what that other seascape looks like, you gotta go get it, honestly. Moonlit, I like that. I love the foggy trees. Ichabod Lane, yes! I love that. I love it. Moonlit ice hole. You got some moonshine on your on your ice hole over there. Cool moon mist. I like that. La Luna, meadows of the moon. I like that too. I like it, you guys. Frosty field. Damn, that's cold. I like it, right? Get your sweater. Get your into the night. Get your jackets out, everybody. Okay. Well, I don't want to have this one take too long on the tutorial anyway. So we're going to end this stream over here on the Chubby Tubes right after we get a title from you guys, okay? I'm giving you 1 more minute to hit me with your titles. And if you've got the best one, you might be randomly chosen. Now, if in that 1 minute you can make your way over to paintwithjosh.com, over there, Cal. Cal's money. If you can make your way over there and grab this painting before anyone else, then you'll have carte blanche, as they say, to title it, right? Whatever you say goes. But you got to get it during the live show. And I understand not every time that we do a painting can we find a home for it in the live shows. Totally get it. Totally get it. You're really going to want to see this one in a light party. And that seascape, man. You ain't seen that seascape? Woo-hoo-hoo. Best one I ever did. But I'm not going to show it to you unless somebody gets it. Otherwise, you got to go find it on my bookie book over there. You got to go to the book. The whole freezing. Frosty honeymoon. Moonlit chill. Moonlit meadows. Moonlit fields. You guys are excellent at titling, man. Winter's mist. Mooned ya. Todd, you and I are on the same mental level. Because I find that funny, too. No fishing. Ooh, that's kind of a good one, too. No, don't touch my ice hole, you guys. Seriously, icy night, winter mist, cosmic lighthouse in my building. Frosted flakes. I like that. I like that. Midnight in Buffalo. I dig that one, too. Hello, guys. We just got an order on something. I think it's this painting. I think it was this one and not that one. I'm telling you, you're really going to want to see that one. You really do. You want to see it. I'm telling you. Let me just double check real fast. Oh, I got to turn off South Park. Hang on. Boom, that it would be this painting, you guys. This one has now found a new home. Publish! Cha-ching! I love that noisemaker. So, thank you to Vicky. Vicky grabbed this painting, you guys. Bump in the road, which means Vicky now has to title it. I don't have to choose anymore. It's up to Vicky. Look at that road. Look at that little ice hole. It's fantastic. Gone fishing, that's a great one. So is Vicky here? Vicky. Blue Moon, that's a good title too. Remember, guys, keep pumping them in because Vicky's here. She's got to be here somewhere. And she gets to pick the title. So I don't know whether she's watching over on the Tubi Tubes or on the Tiki Talkie. We'll have to figure it out. Hey, we just got a little stencil order, I think. That's awesome. You guys, it's a feeding frenzy going on. We just got another order. Hang on, let me do the Goofy laugh a little bit better. Imagine Goofy just like walked out over like an invisible bridge and then finally looked down and then blinked twice like boop, boop, and then he goes, woo! Hey, baby. I love it. You guys are amazing. You're honestly amazing. Who's that one? Miranda. No, Marsha. Oh, Marsha Perchatsky. I love that. Perchatsky. Wicked cool. Calm in the cold. So where's Vicky? Where is Vicky? Vicky. This one was $259. That's how much this one was. Deserves all this love. Thank you, Miss Lola Lux. I appreciate ya. Frosty night. Got your stencils today, Will? Excellent. Calm in the cold. Where is Vicky? Is she here? Because we're going to have to... Vicky's ice hole. We're going to... Hey, there's Vicky. She's over on the Tubi Tubes. Guys, Cosmic, she's on the Tubi Tube over there. Vicky, what do you want to name your painting, right? Because you've got so many people over here. Thank you, Miss Lola. I appreciate you. Bump in the Night. That's a cool title. Blue Moon, you say? Blue moon. I like that. That's because you want me to sing that song. Like ba 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 dang 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 dong ding blue moon. I can do the whole thing. I had a big oldies phase when I was like 14, 15 years old. I was super into the oldies. Don't know why. I know lots and lots of songs. You know who sang that song? The Marcells. Locked away in there for some reason. Blue Moon by the Marcells. You guys, if you don't know it, go Spotify it or Amazon Music or whatever. Go check it out. Blue Moon. Alrighty. Alright, that's what we got titled Blue Moon over there. So, let's spin it around. We'll chidle it up. I'm glad we didn't end the YouTube stream because she was watching on YouTube. That's cool. So now we're going to do a light party, all thanks to Vicky after we title this gorgeous little painting of hers. Came out awesomely fantastic. Better than I would have imagined. Really old J on there. Paint with Josh, it's supposed to say original. We can never spell the word original. Don't ask me. Just don't watch me while I write. I don't like that. I'm going to come over here. 2088, right? I'm pretty sure. 2088, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 88. Perfect. Now we're calling it Blue Moon. I saw you stand. Shit. I wrote an S because I said the word saw right here. That's gonna turn into just a big, just a shit. Shoot. Hang on. How could we could do it? All right. Yeah, but I can't fit the M in there. Ah, balls. All right, here we go. We're gonna go like this. That's gonna be close enough. Blue moon, I saw you standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. This is why we paint and not sing. I know everyone's streaming out. So, perfect, gorgeous little painting. Turned out wickedly excellente and freezing cold. So now we're gonna do an awesome light party for Vicky. And if you're sensitive to light, this is your flash warning. Turn your phone away. Don't look at the screen, as hard as it is, for like 30 seconds, okay? If you are going to stay for the light party, type in the words, I'm ready, and then keep your thumbs right there and tell me the very first thing that catches your eye and starts flashing for you, because it's different for everyone. And when I see enough I'm readies, we're gonna get it started. There they come flooding in. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, light party! Oh man, you guys are fun. Now what's flashing for you the most? What's catching your eye? Is it the moon? Is it the ice hole? Is it the road or the trees? What is it out there that's flashing for you the most? As we bring it down in 5, 4, 2, 1, and we're back to normal lighting conditions, everybody. So if you were flash sensitive, you may now turn around and look again. Fabulous. Man, I love this one. So, wicked awesome little show. I did not plan on doing a second show today, because I plan on doing 2 tomorrow. And just like that little ice hole out there, you guys. That is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we still got time. We got time. Vicky, you get to spin the spinny winny wheel of spinniness. And so we're gonna grab it from way back in the depths of the studio and bring it all the way up here for you, madam. And if you're brand new and maybe you don't know, the spinny winny wheel is a gifting wheel that gives back to the person that grabs the painting during the live show. Now, if anyone were to grab the other painting, the seascape that I really want to show you guys, you'll also get a spin on the spinny winny wheel. So here we go for Vicky. We're gonna see what we're gonna get. This proves that I don't stop the wheel. Both my hands are right here. Wah, wah, wah. See, I told you. I'm gonna give you one more spin then. We'll give Vicky another spin around the Wheel of Fortune. We should have called it the Wheel of Fortune. That would have been funny. The spinny winny wheel giveth us what? Oh God, the grand prize is come and go. Oh, thank Lord. Woo-hoo-hoo! Grand prize. That's an expensive prize right there. So lucky you, you got the Paint with Josh fancy drinking glass. Whether that be a pint glass or a stemless wine glass, that is up to you to decide. Man, this one came out so cool. I love the bluey background too with the blue scene. Just fits so perfectly, you guys. So, thank you, Vicky. I'm sure you know how to redeem your prize. If you have forgotten how to redeem it, go back to paintwithjosh.com. Go all the way to the bottom, send me an email through the contact us thing, say, hey, I got the wine glass deal. I'll send you a code. You go back and put it in your cart, put in the code, it becomes free. So, that's how you do it. Vicky, I expect to be emailed by you shortly. And lots of paint on the easel, guys. We're going to put in our little bird signature just real fast. Throw the old birderies in out there. In the night. Come out here like this. Make it real small like this. Out in the day. Flying home, baby. You're coming home, baby. Now look, we're kind of gonna put white on top of white. So we gotta get out there with the darkness. A bit of our odorless mineral spirits. And when we're doing the dark, I either use the Paint Josh black mix or just straight up black. Literally, we're doing black over white, right? Put down here. Over there, very small, like. There we go. Perfect. Look at him, guys. It's gorgeous. So, sugar, you've been amazing. I love yous all. Everybody watching over watching over on YouTube. Should I show you guys the seascape? Maybe it will tempt one of you guys to get it because it's so good. I'm talking about the best painting I have ever done in my life on black canvas. Right there. I'm looking right at it. Literally. Do you want to see? I should show you. Shouldn't I show you? Maybe it'll spur somebody to want it. Maybe me telling you it's so good is just not enough for you and you want to actually see it. All right, Cosmic knows what it looks like. Boom, ba-boom. 6-7. 2085 was your favorite? Well, my friend, check this out. Check this guy out. This one is very close to 2085. It's called 2087, and boy, oh boy, look at this one, you guys. For realsiac. Like, look at it. Would you just look at it? It's amazing. Again, number 2087, right? Called it Hesita Head, painted today, 10/5/25, right there. Gorgeous, still supremely wet. It's even got the sea lion caves, like the light from the actual building on the sea lion caves way out there. Maybe it's the billboard they got out there. But look at that. Honestly, you don't want this? You don't want this on your wall? Really? Really? Hang on, I gotta do the mad donor. Really? You don't want that one on your wall? Are you for real? You guys are crazy then. You are nuts, all of yous. Isn't it gorgeous? 2087, that's the new best Oregon Coast scene we've ever done. This one is the best winter farm scene, and just the just the cutest little ice hole you've ever seen on this thing. You know. I mean, just stop. Oh, you guys are crazy. All of yous. It was supposed to be a muddy puddle, but it turned into an ice fishing hole, and that's fine. Okay. You guys are awesome. I'm going to get out of here, right? You've all been amazing. Literally amazing. I'll claim it now. You're going to get this one, Crystal? Well, not this one, but that seascape. I'm telling you, it's a beaut. Number 2087. It's literally right below this one on the homepage. So if you go to the homepage, you see this, and you scroll down, zip, this will come up like that. And that's the one that you're going to want to get. I'm telling you, look at the water. Hang on, let me get close. Look at the water details on this guy, right? All those little bits, the waves, the shininess from the moon, like the sandy chunks, the little rocks, the sandy specks, everything about it is gorgeous, you guys. Woo! I'm telling you. Okay, so unfortunately that one does not come with a video. I spent way longer on that one than I've ever spent during a live show because I was sitting around my studio today. What had happened was I woke up way too early today. I could not get back to sleep, so I shaved, and then I got in the shower. I came to work. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I've been here for what, 9 to 6? What's that? 9 hours so far, right? And did the show, but I spent most of the morning painting that painting because it was just I had a lot of time. I could go nice and slow, make little corrections and little things, and so it came out to be the most amazing one we've ever done. Besides this little ice hole, which I love. Oh man, you guys are great. I do ship to New Zealand. We've shipped to New Zealand, Australia, the UK, Germany, France, Belgium, the Faroe Islands. Where else have we sent to? Austria, China, Japan, literally everywhere except for Antarctica. Right? We need one person in Antarctica to buy a painting. And then we'll have one all over the world. We've sent them to Canada as well, and down to Belize in Central America as well. Almost forgot about that one. Right? It's hard. The more we do, the harder it is to remember all the ones you've been to. And we've shipped to over 96% of the United States. Now, if that means there are 50 states in the U.S., 96% would be 48 out of the 50 states that we've sent to. And I'm just overjoyed. Overjoyed. The brush is sold out. It means I can finally see some revenue from that deal after 2 years of designing the brushes, testing them, and then putting them out, and then having you guys get them. And I can finally see something from my venture with that. It's going to be excellent. Literally, Christmas is going to be a great time of year this year, baby. It's going to be fantastic. Everyone's getting new shoes. Fuck, just new shoes for everybody. It's going to be awesome. So, you guys are amazing. Again, if you do not have the Paint with Josh brush kit and you want it, go to craftammo.com, right? Which is CRAFTAMO, and then you put the, .com, whatever. And then you search for Paint with Josh, all separate, right? Don't put it all in one word. Just put the word paint up there. You'll see the Paint with Josh kit, and then click notify me when ready, or when available again. Since now they're out of stock, they will send you an email when they get back into stock. And the more people that sign up for that email, the more chance that we're gonna get going faster on a new Paint with Josh brush kit. And maybe not even necessarily a new one, but an addition to the Paint with Josh kit. Maybe more fan brushes, like different size fan brushes to do different things. I love the 2-inch and the 1-inch brush. I love the filbert. Even though I didn't use it before, I use it a lot more now. We love the film. I'm gonna get rid of the flat brush. I don't like the flat brush in the Paint with Josh set. I did when it was brand spanking new. It made a really sharp line, but the more you use it, the more it fattens out and becomes useless. So we're gonna get rid of the flat brush. So it'll at least drop down to 8 pieces versus 9, but then I might add on like 3 or 4 more different fan brushes in there too. So we'll all figure it out together. You guys know me. I share literally everything with you guys. Everything in the world, I share with you. When I figure something else new on how to paint something, I share it with you. When I make something, I share it with you. When I release the brush, I share it with you. When I do this, when we had Diamond Art Club kits, just released yesterday, the 6th Paint with Josh Diamond Art Club kit. That means, right, because what Diamond Art Club does is they get sent millions of images, I'm assuming, by different artists that they are in contract with, right? And they take those pictures and they put them up for all of their audience, their customers decide which of the pictures get turned into kits. And 6 of my paintings have been turned into Diamond Art Club kits. So I am overly grateful with that. Please go to diamondartclub.com and get your Paint with Josh Diamond Art Club kit. Again, search paint space with space Josh to find my Diamond Art Club kits over there. I need to put a button for that on my place. So if you're just scrolling on paintwithjosh.com, and you'll be able to find that there as well. I gotta maybe ask London to do that or something. But yeah, beyond that, dudes, Ice Hole came out fantastic. You guys are amazing. I love yous all. We're gonna say goodbye to the YouTube streamers first. So you guys, I really can't wait to see your versions of this painting. I know you're watching it right now, looking at your own painting that you just did and being like, yeah, mine's not good enough to send to Josh. It's not. Give it to me. I want to see it. However it comes out, send it to me, okay? Official Paint with Josh on Facebook. Paint with Josh K on Instagram. Paint with Josh K on TikTok. Paint with Josh over on the YouTube. And I love you guys. Can't wait to see what you can do. And until I see you guys again next time, take care. Good luck in. Have the rest of a good day. And bye-bye, you guys. Oh, my. God, this one's fabulous. Legit came out